everyone. Welcome into Comic Book Women. We're a day behind, but we're here. So thank you guys for joining. Tonight we are going to be covering Riri Williams, and it's kind of a special show. It's a reflection / into the looking glass vibe, because not only are we going to provide you with current stats, we're also going to show you how the prices in the market have shifted since we did this show about a year ago, right, Jen? When was the last time we did this?
August 24th, 2021.
Yeah, so we have a nice little range of data there to kind of compare and contrast, it's nice. Before we get started, shout out to Cover Price. They are our sponsors. All of the information then and now is provided by them. Bird City Comics, same deal. Thank you for sponsoring the show. We will be doing a giveaway at the end of the night. If you didn't see on our Instagram, it's going to be the Greg Horn Department of Truth 13. It's the American Beauty homage. We're getting the set. And
wait, try it again, please.
Is that good?
Hold on. Give me a second.
She can take a picture.
Okay. Now, later I'll take a picture.
Nice.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And I was talking about this book on my Instagram, so I want to give it away as well. So this whole stack here is going to go with somebody at the end of the show. So make sure you stick around for the entire thing. Let's get started.
Okay. Wait. Sorry. Before we keep going, how we're going to do this?
Oh gosh, it's November.
Nimesh, you tell us. Do you want us to do wah 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 or what?
Was that supposed to be a gobble?
I think that was.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, Lucy is saying this because last month for October we did the Howling to go with Werewolf by Night, and then I just transferred into the whole month.
There you go.
But we're giving Nimesh the.
Nimesh, you let us know.
You can let us know.
While we're waiting for him.
Oh, wait. Okay, wait. How do you gobble?
We go.
Oh, that's not...
Is that how they sound?
Yeah, right. That's how they.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah. Ready? 1,
Yeah.
2, 3.
Is it gobble, or just go
gobble? No.
That's a practice. We have a whole month.
What does the turkey say?
I think we nailed it. That was good.
I believed it too.
Riri Williams. All right, so we picked her obviously because there's a lot of buzz around the character right now. Before we get started, though, Jen, how did you want to prompt this?
I think when we covered her in August, it's because she was casted. And we're all excited. And now we are, it's the 11th, right? So we're less than 2 weeks away from Black Panther 2.
Yeah.
What's his name again?
I'm sorry, what'd you say? I missed the second.
What's the actress's name?
Dominique Thorne.
She's beautiful.
I was just going to say that. She's beautiful.
Have you guys seen the clips?
Oh my gosh. Did you see the Target commercial? Like, I wanted to cry. I'm really excited for this. I'm really, like, I don't know a whole lot. I'm about to read the Invincible Iron Man with her in it.
Wait, what? I didn't know she was hated. Sorry, sir.
Oh, yes. I saw that too. I saw that she was hated for some reason.
Why?
I don't know why.
Jen, do you know why?
So I always liked Riri. And when people would speak really negatively, I would just be quiet because I didn't don't want to, the drama. But a lot of people are like, oh, she's replacing Tony Stark. And it's like, come on, it's comics. Like, they're introducing a new character. She's in that realm, but she's different.
And brings that young perspective, those younger generation, like, get into comics. Those little girls, they have some, like, not only a girl, like, representation, I feel like, and it's a little bit different. It's not, I don't see it as replacing him. But it's just a new character, and it's awesome to see a girl that she is not only, like, she's smart and very strong. It's just, people are just crybabies.
Yeah, I think they just got blinders and were like, oh, she's replacing and she's copying. And it's like, okay. But you guys were okay with War Machine and he didn't make his career? Like, it's fine. Like, everyone can have their own thing. If you don't like Riri, it's fine. but don't speak so negative all the time about it, because someone else next to you could be hearing this, and that's something that if it's not for you, it's fine, but maybe for somebody else.
Exactly. And I think that's a good
Awesome.
way to go.
Well said, yeah.
She reminds me of Ellie. She's so smart and she doesn't really mix well with people at school. I think Ellie finds this character very identifiable in that aspect. So.
Cool.
Love you,
Anything
Ellie.
to add to this one?
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Are you guys going to see it on Thursday, the 10th?
Oh, of course.
I
will
don't know.
be there.
Are we gonna go see Black Panther, babe? We'll see hopefully soon. Maybe another next day night. No, it's coming out the 10th.
I want to, but I'm kind of with Lucy. It just depends on our schedule. We haven't been to the movie in so long.
Well,
All right.
and you can also wait till 2023.
You know,
of Ironheart is coming out, so don't forget that either.
well, it's really hard. Like, you guys know, I don't like to watch too many
Videos.
yeah, like, because I want to, yeah, like, I just feel like they release too much, like the trailers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I want to go in more surprise and not, that's why I don't like to watch a lot of the videos. But so it's hard not to.
Audie said that they don't really know a lot, so shoot. What else do we want to add?
All right, quick background on her.
Okay.
So basically, she was going to school. She kind of felt segregated, left out because she didn't mix well with the kids, which is very similar to my daughter. Huh?
At the age of 5.
Yes.
And they ended up testing her. It turns out she's just a genius. So I feel your pain, Riri. It's hard. It's hard being a genius amongst all these peasants. I put a chair together. Anyway.
Oh, yeah, you did it?
Yeah, I did, Jen.
You did it with your hands?
Wow.
I was there.
That chair, the video you posted.
No, Lucy, I didn't do the voiceover until later, and Anthony goes back and watches it. He goes, "Why are you saying I?" I'm like, come on, that makes
because you and I are the same person.
Exactly. I mean,
duh. That me and Sam are the same, so it's like we're an I, not a we.
So
right?
Riri ends up going to MIT. What do you call it when you retrofit the Iron Man suit? So she got her own suit.
Reverse engineered.
Reverse engineer. That's the word I was going for. Yeah. Anything else you guys want to add? Supervising.
Maybe we'll see if we can post the video that we did. Aaron, help. Our old show, so you guys can watch it. Maybe like right there, we talked a little bit more about her.
Perfect. All right. So name Ironheart is actually the name that Tony Stark gave her. Well, his
recommended.
Consciousness. Huh?
Recommended?
Yeah. Yeah. I think he kind of bequeathed it to her. He was like Ironheart instead of Iron Man, aka her real name is Riri Williams. Powers and abilities, Jen.
She's from Chicago.
I know. Right up your alley, right? Literally.
Yeah. So powers and abilities, she's a skilled inventor and engineer, super genius intellect. And so a part of this is having the suit, having the Iron Man, Ironheart armor is the extra oomph, right? And then it's the associated suit powers with that. And then real quick before someone else says the stats, these stats come from the 2021 Upper Deck Marvel annual card set. She's number 28. But Britt took liberty with the first one because her and I got into a little bit of a scuffle, disagreement, debate. Because the card says 6. And she's like, it should be 7. I'm like, 7 is max. 7 is Reed Richards level. Like, she's 6 is super high too. It's very high. It's not max. And she's like, yeah, but MIT. I'm like, yeah. And then doesn't she have potential to go above? I'm like, I mean, she's young. We all have potential. So anyway.
If I was Britt, I'd be like, who's making the slide?
So she put 7.
I'll decide what the stat is.
So she did. She's like, suck it, Jen. Sorry, Jen.
Britt won. Okay. Yes. So stats, Sarah.
Yeah, stats. So per Britt, intelligence very high at 7. We have speed at high at number 5. Strength very high at number 6. Durability very high, 6. Powers without suit low, 2. And also, I want to say just one more thing. MIT back in 2017, MIT actually made a fan-made video of Riri Williams and building that.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
We need to look it up.
Very cool. Check it out. So there you go.
Nice.
And you said that she beat records in chess. Well, darn it. You're telling me that Brit is right. She's always right.
Mhm.
We love
Thank
Brit.
you for weighing in. All right, so let's kick off the show. Guys, if you are new to us, this is kind of how the show is formatted in a way where we start at the very beginning and kind of expand out across the life of this character or the artist, etc. What, Jen?
And we couldn't cover all the books. Even when we did it back a year ago, we covered, I think, 32. And today we think we're coming 36. We couldn't do it all. We did a big chunk.
As much as possible, though, right? Without you guys just being here all night with us. So let's kick it off with the first cameo. Jen, tell us about these two.
So this is Iron Man number 7 from the second series, the normal cover A, and then the Women in Power variant by David Lopez, which, I don't know, I kept looking at the Women in Power. I'm like, oh my God. Did you guys ever see the Marge Simpson episode with the pink Chanel suit?
Yes.
Yes.
Thanks.
So if you haven't out there, season 7, episode 14, there's a Marge Simpson pink Chanel suit. I just couldn't not see it. But anyway.
Now we all can't see it. Right?
I guess I don't know what you're talking about. I need to watch it then.
You have to, yeah.
Wasn't it like an episode of like she was like joining like a women's group or something like that, Marge?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds familiar, maybe.
Yeah.
This is from 2016. There's these comics, and Brian Michael Bendis was the creator.
Who is also the creator of Miles Morales, too. That's really cool. Now, I get something like, this is, we've talked about, or you guys have talked about, the chicken and the egg kind of thing, and especially with this book. So, Laura had said cameo, but my Marvel Encyclopedia said
Boom.
that number 7 is the first appearance of Riri Williams.
Not number 9.
Not number 9, number 7.
Ooh,
This is a 2020 book. This is also references from Marvel publishers, writers, and such. So
Nice. See, a lot of people should be buying this book instead in, CGC, but yeah.
that's just my argument. I'm just putting it out there. I have an actual resource that says first appearance, number 7.
I think Jen needs to weigh in on this.
What? I think just buy everything. I don't know. I know that I saw in different places they're saying different things, and then it's interesting. It's not like one of those Kamala Khan, you see a hand in one and it builds. But I think when we get to the second slide, that's not the price comparison slide, that brings up another conundrum.
All right. Well, let's cover the stats on this one, Lucy.
Okay, so this one, let's record sell the 28th of October. It is 28, I think. It sells for $65 in Iron Man, 9.80, 9.4 for $74 for most common raw, most common slab, 9.8, 155. That's the one on the left. The one on the right, last recorded sale, it's October. I can't see what day it is.
I think it's the 6th. No, wait.
8?
Something. 8.
Something. At the beginning of October for $444 at CGC 9.8. Oh, sorry. The $65 one, it was a raw. And the most common raw, the one on the right, 9.8, 9.4, 268. Most common slab, 9.8 for $400. And I do not like neither of those covers. I remember when it came out, I did not pick it up because I thought it was an ugly cover. But if I would have known what Jen said, I just don't like her face. Everything looks cool. I just don't like her face. But if I would have known what Jen said about the March, I would have probably picked it up.
That added value for you.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
All right, so guys, here this is gonna blow your minds right now. So a near mint, $74 for the one on the left. A near mint on the right, we're looking at $268. $155 for the one on the left, $402. So now let's go back about a year. It's insane what the market's doing right now. So a 9.8 back in 2021 was going for $372, and the raw was $20. On the other one, we're looking at 631 with a raw of 327. So definitely a decline for both of those. Why do you think that is, Jen?
Well, when we did the show, I think it was around the time that the actress was announced. And I feel like the market had a lot of cash. And then now I think a lot of people are selling without. I think Riri is worth more than what she's going for right now. I think in the long run, she's not going anywhere as a character. She just popped into the MCU. I mean, there's a lot of rumors going on who's going to be in her. Is it TV series or movie?
TV series.
TV series.
Yeah. And like the whole Sasha Baron. Yeah, there's a lot of things that are possibly happening in that. Like she's just springboarding. So I think people selling now, I'm like, oh, it's too soon. Like,
it's a crazy dip, though. I mean, like that's it. It's nuts to see the difference between the two.
People are just selling because I think they're panicking about the market. But it's like this is I think eventually has potential to be a blue chip, not like when I'm old and gray, right? Not currently. I think it's still new because this is just 2016.
Jen, we all know that you don't age. You're never going to be old and gray.
I am.
Vampire.
I definitely am.
Like, hey, Jen, you're 26, right? She's like, no, I'm 84.
I'm 39. I'm going to be 40 next year.
Oh.
But you do not look like you. It's just so crazy.
Anyway.
Okay. Here's how I'm weighing in, guys. In no way is number 7 not the first full. Only people that think that are people that didn't read it. Only people that think that are people that didn't read it, in my opinion. So that's Hive.
Yeah. And usually people call it a cameo when they get the next comic, right? Like, look at people trying to push that Tozen first one as a cameo. It's like, it's not a cameo.
People are they're still arguing Hulk. I hear that argument almost every time on social media. That one's never gonna die.
No, see, okay. So if me and you, Laura, are in the same place, they introduce us, we say hi to each other. Is that like, and then we see us again? Was that like you met me, or is it? It's like you met me, right? Like it's our full appearance to each other, right?
Well,
like
I mean, sometimes, like what Jen was saying, it is just a panel that's obscured, and in that case, I would consider it a cameo, or it's a panel, a half panel where you can't fully see the figure. That to me, I think is. But some of these literally are a full image, and I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Why it doesn't? I don't know. Anyways.
Oh, thank you.
Oh wow, cool.
All right, metal phase. Damn.
Oh, wait. I want to see how cool it was to meet Nimesh, Jen.
It was really cool. I was just really tired from I underestimated driving 12, 13 hours what it felt like. And then going 4 hours of sleep because I didn't pack until that night. So I'm sorry that I was so tired. But it was really cool.
Yeah, Nimesh is awesome. He brought Trish and Anthony snacks. You're good people.
Nice.
He's the best.
All right, let's keep moving before this whole thing takes us off on a tangent. What do we have here, Jen?
So this is the second and third appearance. Second and third print. And having Riri circle face on the third print just kind of elevates it. I like when they have, if it's a character's first appearance and they're on the cover. I really like it. I have a hard time
Oh, that's awesome.
I think a lot of the times it's just a surprise that character's could be there. So you put them on the cover and you're kind of like spoiling it a little. I don't know. Anyways, Sarah, anything to add to these two? What do you think of the reprints?
I don't like the whole sticker thing. I think that's just was or circle fate. I mean, I like it too, where it's like, hey, here's a new character. Let's put the whole freaking thing on the front cover, not this like little like tiny like circle thingy. I don't know. No. Nope.
It's
But at the same time,
It's clickbait.
It's like, buy me, Riri's in.
yeah. But and then at the same time, like this makes it more like, come on, it's telling you it's a new character, like it's her first appearance. Like, how can you argue with that? I hate you too.
Lucy, cover these stats for me.
Okay, so this one last recorded sale October 30th. The raw for 19, most common raw 9.0, 9.4 for $52. The most common slab it's for 9.8 is 202, and it has a little pew pew, so that means like they could have, if
But
it was
within
less,
the
right?
past 6 months.
Yeah. So the one on the right, the last recorded sale was October 30th for 110 for 9.8. For most common raw, 9.4, 9.9, 9.0, 9.4 for 41. Most common slab, 9.8 for 104.
All right, so let's remember those stats, guys. Oh wait, we didn't do a compare slide on that one, but still. All right, next up. So
if you go backwards, it'll show it real quick.
If I go backwards, to this one, okay.
Yeah.
So back in 2021, the 9.8 was going for $346 roughly for both of them.
Yeah, they were in the same ballpark.
All right, so you're seeing a huge dip from now versus then, but I mean it's a different market. Different markets, different times. So I think it's definitely a chance for any of the buyers out there that want to scoop this up to buy it while it's on the dip. All right, so let's start this debate again. What do we have here, Jen?
So this is what people are saying is the first full. Again, I have both. That's what I did. I just got them all because I thought it was cool, new character. I'm gonna get them all.
It's also the first time she suits up, though. So that's
you know
cool.
what? Also, the covers are a lot better looking.
Yeah.
Same.
I don't have the one on the right. I have the one on the left.
I have neither, and I've been searching for them. I was wondering too if like the chat knows, or Jenny, you've been digging. Has anybody, since this kind of market is starting to slow down, has anybody found any of these two? Because I have been searching for both of these, have not found them.
There's a second printing of the one on the left where the title is just blue.
It's next.
Oh shit! Sorry.
It's
Never
okay.
mind. No, there isn't. Forget that. But no, I haven't seen these out in the wild.
I mean, I would think
not recently.
What you're looking for is people who just bought a collection and who've been sitting on stuff, or if they go to an antique market, like you're just looking for people who, or even half price books. I think it's possible to just see something and they just throw it in the back issue bin. That's like your best chance. Comic book stores know what this is.
Mm-hmm.
They should. Oh, hey, thank you.
No, Lucy, you're not paying attention. We got a super chat.
I'm trying to do a pool thingy, like 7 or 9.
Ooh, that's a good idea. Yeah. All right, we'll gobble for Bird here in a second.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3.
Gobble! The arms. Oh, you have to. I'll do arms on the next one. I'm still getting.
Okay. Wait, how do you do it again, though? How do you do it?
You know what we sound like? We sound like the what is it called?
Is that what you were thinking? We sound like morons. I agree.
Buddies from Power Rangers. Power Rangers are coming.
All right. Anything to add to these two, Sarah? You were saying that you want one of the two covers, but good
yeah,
luck.
And the other thing too is I think that one the one where that's her in the mech suit, right? Or
on the left, yeah.
No, that one, if you guys look, if you want to watch the trailer, it kind of looks like that suit. Kind of. If you look closely.
The one on the right is by Chris Turcotte. That's the artist. What do you think of it, Lucy?
Hold on, I'm trying to set this up. I don't have.
I wish they would have done Riri because it's more of like
Is
the
there-
Apocalypse cover, right?
I mean, technically, the one on the left,
Is her in it?
partial first cover.
But then on the right,
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll do stats since Lucy's doing a poll. So we got near mint on the left currently is at 105, a 9.8, 396. The Chris Turcotte on the I said the one on the left. The one on the right is 474 with a 9.6 coming in at 807. Next slide. There's the one we were talking about where you have the second printing. And here's the stats from roughly 2021. A 9.8 was going for 737. Jesus.
that's the gobble.
I can't do that. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
That's what it took.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long month. So 396 currently. Back in the day, it was selling for 737. That's a huge jump. And then if you check out the Turcotte, we're looking at 807 for a 9.6, when it used to be selling for over $1,200 for a 9.6.
Gosh.
Oh wait,
But
hold
think
on.
about how hard it'd be to have that one in high grade. Look how dark that cover is.
Dude, dark covers are tricky for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, let's keep cruising. We have a lot to get through. What do we have here?
So on the left, it's the second print, and on the right is a foreign comic.
Ah,
It is number 70 from September of 2016. If you're looking, it's Panini. I couldn't find any sales data. It's tough.
Presentando, de acuerdo a ella, no tiene todavía a un nombre.
Eh?
I was reading it.
Oh, okay.
It says, presentando a, de acuerdo a ella, no tiene todavía un nombre eórico. I think that's what it says. I can't really see it. Está trabajando en ello. So that it says, what it's saying right there, that she doesn't have the presenting a new, that according to her, she doesn't have a new superhero name, but she's working on it. So
Cool.
that is
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. I like that a lot better than just slapping that sticker on there again.
yeah, I like that better too.
And
Yeah.
Lord of Brooklyn, I was buying these when they were undercover, which was for a while.
Let's see.
Jen knows her shit. She's like, I wasn't paying more than $2. And there's a Brazilian one as well. Rob's Comics, guys, if you're not following him, he is your foreign guru. So highly recommend following him on Instagram if you're not already.
Yeah, I'm going to try really hard to include 2 foreigns per character from now on. And this is the first of the 2 for this one.
I think that's awesome.
And if you have a hard time, just message Rob or Josh.
That's true.
Yeah, Josh is really good at this stuff too, for sure. But I think it's a whole nother ball game that I'm still not really familiar with. So the more that we can add it to the shows, this show, being a part of this show, has been the best education for me ever. Like this is where I learned so much, is just being a part of this show. So if we can add the foreign element in, I am game. Hey Sarah, you can buy number 9 all day long on eBay. They're just high as fuck, like a stoner.
Yeah, I'm kind of like Jen. I like to buy my things for like $2. So yeah, I don't like to put my mortgage down on a comic book. So
Oh, at Baltimore, I paid more than $1 or $2 for a lot of comics. I couldn't help it.
Weren't you like maxed out on your budget on Thursday, which wasn't even technically a con day? You're all, I'm done. I'm like, dude, the con hasn't started. Yeah.
I mean, a couple of the comics we talked about on the show, and I was like, oh, $10? Okay.
You had to, right?
Yeah.
You just had to. All right, moving on. What do we have here?
So this is Invincible Iron Man number 10 and the second print. It's the second appearance or third appearance, depending on how you want to view it. But yep. And it's a thing that Sarah hates so much that keeps happening in these early books of Riri.
stupid sticker, like they just, I just want to. I mean, it's not even a sticker either. Like.
Would you have liked it better if they just would have put a sticker that you could have peeled off?
Yes.
Like what Netflix does too. Take that little Netflix. They're starting to put them on the books, like engraved into the books, and that drives me nuts. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
HBO does that too. I just bought a bunch of what do you call it? Game of Thrones comics, and they're all like HBO, 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 and I'm like, why? Like, I get it. I mean, we all know it's on HBO, but
It's
anyway.
branding, it's advertising.
Have an artist do your favorite house sketch over it.
Oh, there you go. Smart.
That's a good idea.
But yeah, I mean, this is where, you know, the AI, Tony Stark, he is the AI for Riri. You know, we've heard that rumor that, you know, he possibly might be the AI in the movie or the TV show. But yeah, you know, I don't like this cover. I don't like it. I don't like. Well, Mary Jane is such a pretty, like, she's such a pretty character, and she's a pretty redhead, and I don't know why they did her dirty on this one, but and then they stick a sticker on top of that. So,
I mean, this was during that phase, 2016. There's like a whole MJ thing, so it's just during that.
And what's up with her? I mean, I know she's winking, but it also kind of. It looks like she's got like a sty, like she's got.
She's holding the wink too long.
So
the coffee mug is badass. I agree with Karen. I think that'd be a cool coffee mug to have, and then do like a version of, you know, like. All right, very good. Lucy, cover stats for us.
Okay, so for this one, the last recorded sale October 29 for $37, 9.8. Wow, that's really low. Most common raw for 9.0, 9.4 for $4. Most common slab 9.8, $37. That's the one on the left, and the one on the right. The last recorded sale was today. Wait, that's not November 1st. That was yesterday. November 1st at $11. Raw. Most common raw goes between 9.0, 9.4 for $25. Most common slab 7.5 for $3. Wait, why will
7.5? That was like over 6 months ago, and
then $3.
Someone missed.
Wow.
Someone got a good deal, but 7.5 for a modern comic is.
Yeah, it must have been handled. Guys, really quickly, Drunken Chat just hopped in. He said it's 7. Who voted 9? He has to form an opinion, Mel. You need to learn how to form an opinion. Take the poll, though. I don't know if we can tell who voted for what. So back in August 2021, we were looking at the same books. A 9.8 was going for $27.99, which that seems odd to me again. The raw comic was $16.92. And then the only information we had back then on the other one was a $9.99 plus $8 shipping for the second print.
Yeah, I didn't include that Iron Man variant on this.
I like that one, though. I think it's a cool cover.
Yeah.
You guys can look it up. Yeah. I like it. I think it's different. All right, let's keep cruising. We have so much to get through. All right, Jen, what do we have?
So this is Invincible Iron Man #1, 2016. This is the third series, and she's not in the book. It's just her on the cover. But we included #1A, and then this is on the right-hand side. The foreign is Marvel Legends #15 from October 1st, 2017 for the Marvel Legends. Another Panini. And it has 3 stories inside, but the cover is... What do you guys think of... Look how big the Ironheart is on the foreign, though.
And they changed the coloring, right? It looks like they really darkened the top and the bottom.
I kind of like that it's a little darker, the one on the... Because it pops out more. I don't know.
I like the other one. I like the small print. Because I think like she's the main focus. She is really the, you know, this is Ironheart. Instead of slapping a stupid sticker, this is how it should be done.
Yeah, this is different. It's interesting to compare the two. I like that you did this. You do lose the light in her hand a little bit with the darkening, which gave them a perfect opportunity to add the light back in and really make it pop.
Yeah, they didn't add it back in.
Well, they kind of did. There's a hint of it on the bottom, but you should be able to see more of it again. But yeah, very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, Rob. I didn't know you're looking for it.
I bought this from Birdseed. We were giving these away on Facebook. I don't. Oh, like yeah, probably back then. That makes sense. Back then, yeah, we probably were. Lucy, give us the stats.
Okay, this one. The last recorded sale October 16, I think it says. Raw for $3. The most common raw 9.0, 9.4 for $20. That's not bad. For most common slab 9.8, $93. That's really good.
Mel, I said 7. Sarah said 9.
No, I said 7.
You said 7.
I was the one who had the book.
You said 9.
All the way around.
You're the one who said 9, Laura.
I'm misquoting myself. No, that's right. Damn it. Yeah. What of it, Mel? What you gonna do, Mel V? Come at me,
girls. Sarah, play that
Hey,
thing.
I gotta play it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Also, Bruce, I got your package today too.
Yeah,
Well, I have to make. Will I do what you did and make Britt make it, and I'll be like, yeah, I made it.
I made the bloody chair. I brought it into the house. There's evidence of me pulling it into the room. I opened it.
You did?
Yes. Anthony he tosses me like a razor blade, which, by the way, was open slightly.
Oopsie daisy.
Yeah. I opened that box. That's basically all I did.
Yeah. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
1. You ready, Sarah?
Wait.
Yep.
2, 3.
Woo!
Oh, this is forever.
Hey, it didn't play there.
There it is.
Yeah, they call me Bruce. Namesh took the opportunity because we said, "Hey, what do you want to do today?" And it was gobbling. So super chats are gobbles.
Yeah,
we've been doing gobbles. Yeah, that's what I got too. I need to open it. I haven't opened it yet.
Bruce packages it like perfectly.
I got some very hairy arms. Yeah, and I was tan that day too, extremely tan that day. All right. Back in August 2021, that same comic, a 9.8, was going for $236, and the raw was going for $42. We did not include the hip hop variant this time around, even though it's honestly one of my favorites.
It's the next slide.
Oh,
so this is something. So a year ago, this kind of shows you the evolution of our slides. A year ago, Britt did it, and we had so many comics, she just threw them all on there. And then this one, I'm like, ooh, I know you don't like doing 3 per slide.
Yeah,
we'll just do 2. So we had to separate them a little bit. So
all right, so we're going a little reverse here. So the hip hop Invincible Iron Man number 1 was a 9.8, was for $240, and the raw was $73. The Invincible Iron Man on the far right, we didn't have any information for a 9.6, but a raw comic was going for $650.
Wait, but if you go back to that first one real quick. So it was going raw for $42.39. Now go back to one more. Go back.
I'll go back one more.
So now you can get it for $3.
It's crazy.
I mean, if you're really keeping an eye on it too.
I got mine for 12, like last year.
That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. All right, so now here we are on the current stats, and you can definitely see the difference here between these. If you're a fan of either of these, you can buy them on the dip. We didn't have the information for a 9.8, but if you look at the raw on the one on the far right, we're looking at $650, and now it's down to $509, roughly for a 9.4. That one is graded, so it's not even the raw completely.
Well, I'm sure everyone that has them is probably grading them because
You would assume.
Yeah. So on the left, it's the hip hop runoff. So the thing about this, what we're talking about for the next couple slides, is there's 12 plus covers. I think we're covering 10. It's a lot. The one on the right is supposed to be a Elizabeth Torque Amalgam Comics exclusive to 1,000. It's really hard to find. Mm-hmm. I've never seen it in the wild. I think Lucy said when we did our first show a year ago, Lucy, did you have a chance to buy this comic?
No, it was there, but I didn't buy it.
So you had a chance to buy this comic?
Yep. Yeah.
Elizabeth Torque's a badass too. I feel like she's just so underrated. And there's so much detail. Look at the Iron Man keychain. Look at the books on the table. Like this is some cool stuff. I'm trying to see what the coffee cup says. Can anybody make that out?
I'm gonna blow it up. Hang on.
I can't tell. And I can't tell what the word bubbles are saying either. If anybody wants to fill me in on that. Sarah, do you have anything to add to these two?
Yeah, so the hip hop variant is from an homage to Missy Elliott's Under Construction. And then I see Black Comic Lords had mentioned it. This is Ariel Johnson. She owned the first Black female comic store on the East Coast. Unfortunately, I have some bad news about it because it closed last month.
What?
Yes.
No.
And
Yeah, it just closed down.
It just closed due to COVID. They were open for 7 years. And what I love, this is what she wrote on her Instagram. It was built with intention and love in the hope of providing fellow nerds with the kind of place I never had.
That's infuriating. There's so many amazing businesses that went out of business.
Maybe we should talk to her.
Doesn't that make you guys mad? Doesn't that bother you?
Yeah.
It's really like this whole pandemic thing really impacted a lot of people. And it's just still, and people are, oh, it's over. I'm like, is it? It's not really over. We're still kind of going. But real quick in the background, Laura, it says, okay, guys, enough. And then it's enough. So he's trying to get away from people that are like,
Try to get autographs.
And then the coffee cup she's holding, it says Amalgam. So it's the name of the comic shop.
That's pretty cool. I like that.
Maybe she can start it again. Right?
Maybe. Yeah. This is a touchy topic for me. I don't like it. Lucy, are you talking?
No, I was talking to Sam. Sorry. Just Romy's crying because he's not feeling well.
Do you want me to handle the stats?
Yeah, please. Yeah.
All right. So we got the near mint on the left for the hip hop, which is badass. It's so well done. We're looking at $87, a 9.8, 185 on the right, 921 for a near mint, 9 to 9.4, and a 9.6 is going for $750. Oh God, this is one I do not own, and it really stings because I love art germ. It was one of the main reasons I got into the hobby was art germ covers, but I do not own this.
So a year ago, which we'll cover, I guess, next slide, but I first saw this when I visited you guys out west, and Lucy was like, hey, you need to go to this place called Franks and Sons. It's like a comic convention that's year round. They set up a permanent shop. And then I went and someone had it on their wall. I'm like, well, I don't think I've ever seen this before. It's cool. And I bought it. It's the one that I got the first most colorful one because they didn't have the other ones.
Yeah.
If you still want this, it is still available it's a Legacy Comics and Cards. It's in California. It's an exclusive. It's still on their site.
Wait, hold on again. Legacy what? Comics and Cards?
Legacy Comics and Cards. And then if you type in Invincible Iron Man, these will pop up. And the first one is limited to 3,000. The middle one is 1,500. And the last one is, they say it's under 1,500, but they don't give an exact amount, which I know you guys love when they don't put a freaking print number because we don't know.
Well, because it says it can be back ordered.
Which is interesting to me, right? Right? It's interesting.
I don't know. To each their own. I'm not a huge fan if I don't know the print run. I like to know.
I just, in person, when it was on displayed, I picked it up. I think I paid $10 because I was like, oh, I've never seen it before. I'm going to just pick it up. And then when I went home, I did more research about it. I think I went in April of 2021. We did the show in August. So it's cool. I remember you guys being like, what? This is who?
So they're selling it for $35, just the raw. So you're looking at a 9.4, which is typically like the industry standard. Some cases 9.2, and they got that for $27.
But would you just buy the 3 set?
Yeah,
I think the 3 set's like $70 something for the 3 set. I'm on the fence because 70 is a lot.
Says the print run for the color is 3,000.
Yeah, 3,000 for the first one, 1,500 for the middle, and then the last one on the right hand side.
Oh, okay, here it is. Got it. Okay, I have to stop shopping and focus.
I can talk. You can shop.
I'm like looking at. Okay, go ahead, Sarah. What do you think of these?
I love these covers. And so I was still a comic baby when I think I watched you guys talk about this. So I don't have any of these covers, but I love them. I know in the chat, somebody brought up another cover I don't think we're covering is the J. Scott Campbell controversial cover. Yeah. So if you know about that one, basically he drew her with a crop top, and there was public outcry saying that he over-sexualized a 15-year-old because that's how old Riri is. And so then it was changed where she's wearing this suit. But yeah, these are So I was a comic baby. Like I wasn't even born yet as a comic lover. And there's all these like great Riri comics out there, and like it's I mean, I think I would pay 70 for the set, because I believe this is the future of MCU. I believe it's the future of Marvel.
Wait, we're working on it because Sarah couldn't make it to Baltimore. We're maybe going to try to do WonderCon next year for her birthday. And this being a Cali store, you have more likelihood of probably finding it in that area.
For under $10.
I'll dig around too. We might have this in our warehouse. I'll dig around. I think I told Anthony though, and he's like, nope, but he may have just not looked. You know how husbands do that.
Right.
They're like, yeah, I checked. And it's like, no, you didn't.
It's sitting right on the shelf. Yep. I have one of those too.
Right. So back in August, we're looking at $8 for the raw, 6 and 13. So this is one of the rare instances tonight where you're going to see that they all kind of.
Well, okay. So it was a year. And then I think, was it 6 months ago, Red Hood like rediscovered these. And then people were like, what? And then they were like, oh yeah. And then it started. So I almost feel like him bringing it back up possibly shone another light on it. And that's what happens, right? These things come out. This came out in 2016. I saw it for the first time in 2021. Like, so there's a good gap. So I think whenever you see a comic for the first time and you're like, this exists. Also because it's a store exclusive. It's not something that like everyone has seen before, right? Because if you go to mycomicshop.com or eBay, or you might get lucky and come across it, but unless you're digging and you know what I mean? Does that make sense or no?
No, it does. It does. Hi, Lucy. Welcome back. All right, we got to keep moving. It's a call. Who was it? Was this Mel's like favorite book ever, or was this Yee's favorite? I feel like Yee and Mel.
Mel. Yeah, I see Mel. Yeah.
All right, what do we have here, Jen?
So same series, right? We're still chugging along. We have one more slide that has 2 other comics on it, but this is the Jeff DeCall 125, again from that Iron Man #1, 3rd series. But she's not inside the book; she's only on the cover. Just a heads up. So these are like what you put on your wall, just to like stare at.
Yeah, I've heard it's been called the best rendition of Riri.
Really?
It's beautiful.
Yeah,
she
it's gorgeous.
I love her hair, the hoops. Oh, she looks amazing.
Oh, and then on the right hand side is the stem cover by Mike McCone.
Very cool. Sarah?
Yeah, I like them both. I love the DeCall. I think that's just to quote Laura, it's an evergreen piece. I think it's just gorgeous. It is. It's a gorgeous, with the black and the red, just so simple and gorgeous. And, I like the fact that, they have kind of Tony Stark in the background. And the stuff, I'm trying to collect all of them and I can't find any of them. So
Isn't that the AI version of Tony, right?
Yeah.
Right. Which they could have done like another cover when he was actually like blue.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that have been interesting to kind of like take a play on that and be like, all right, for those of you who know, why this one's blue and this one's red. I don't know. Lucy?
Okay, so the on this one, the last recorded sale October 31st for 140 raw. The most common raw is 9.8, 9.0, and 9.4 for 113. Most common slab 9.8, 363. The one on the right, the last recorded sale was October 7th for raw $43. So that's kind of a while ago. Most common raw 9.8, I keep saying 9.8, 9.0, 9.4 for 55. Most common slab 9.8 for $93. So for this one, it's better to get, to get like might as well good grade for, 93. It's $40 more. Good.
All right, so let's take a look here. Back in 2021, the 9.8 DeCall was selling for $605. So that's almost like what, a 40% decrease in that one. And the one on the far right, who was the artist here again, Jen?
That was Mike McCone.
So we're looking at 269 versus back in the day. Well, that one held its own, or at least for the stats purposes, it did. Interesting. And what do we have in the center?
Actually, we have to pop back possibly for this one because of the next slide.
Okay. Here we go.
So again, we're still talking about the third series number 1 because there's 12 plus covers. I'm only covering like 10. But on the left is the John Tyler Christopher action figure variant, and on the right it's Scotty Young. We didn't cover Scotty Young before. We just did the action figure variant, but
nice. Very cool. What do you think, Sarah?
So I have been searching for that Invincible Iron Man since I was a comic baby. And so is it going for $13? A most common, where is this $13 comic?
But you're looking at a 9.0, 9.4. So there's going to be like a couple spine ticks not perfect. So, but
it's still not bad if it's just for your collection.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love that cover. I just love it so much. And that's one of my like huntable comics. That's one that I always search for. I've not found it.
How much would you pay the $13?
I'd pay the $13.
Would you do $20?
I probably would do $20. I probably would do like
Jen said, okay, I'll sell you one.
Because
when I bought my first, you guys are gonna laugh. My first big purchase was a $30 Ironheart #1 Scotty Young for $30. I would pay $30 for that all day.
I've never seen this ever in the wild.
Not in the wild, no.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I think I did it by accident.
Get off my buttons. Oh, I got one in.
It was by accident. Jeez, go back.
If we went back one, so it was, how much was it? Oh, so we don't have any 9.6 data, right?
No.
So it's around 60 for the action figure and then go forward. I guess.
It held all right. I think it held all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Scotty Young's on eBay, but they're listed for anywhere from 60 to 100 raw.
No.
Go to what's sold, Paul. I want to know what's the most recent sold.
So October 9th, there's a 9.8 that sold for $92.
We don't have any raw info?
No.
Okay.
Probably just pull it up right now on eBay if you really wanted to.
I've looked and I've never seen it come down from like you guys said, between 60 to 100. I've never seen it go any lower.
I mean, there are people at Baltimore who had Scotty Young boxes. I mean, you might get lucky, right? You still have the digger's luck. You just gotta keep digging.
That's true. That is true.
All right, let's keep cruising. Oh wait, what do you want to add to this one, Lucy?
No,
now you have to.
Well, I love the Scotty Young. I really like that cover, and I think I might have come across this one. I can't remember, but yeah, it's nice.
Something with the joy on her face. I think it's very well captured here.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's adorable.
Perfect for remarks too. If you could ever get Scotty Young to do some remarks on this, he could even put a little Tony Stark watching him in the background, something like that. Anyways, okay.
Actually, that would be really good. I like that idea for the remark.
Mm-hmm.
I like that a lot. So same series, third series of Invisible Iron Man number. This is 2 and 3. We did I kind of call it like the battle of the 1 for 25s. But on the left, you have Anthony Piper, 1 for 25 for number 2. And on the right, you have Chris Anka, 1 for 25 for number 3. But on number 3, the plus that's when Tony Stark suggests the name Ironheart. So that's the key importance of that book.
But if we're battling, it's Piper, right? Come on.
I mean, look-wise, I really like the one. I like number 2.
Yeah, I agree. I like number 2. I think I don't know about. I've seen the number 3. I don't like where it's like step aside, Tony Stark. Like
that's just fueling the hate for the character.
It's just a lame. Like
I like it too. I mean, Liger style. It's cool because I do every so often you get the magazine homages, right? Like you have that one with that designer guy. I can't remember.
One with the designer guy. Okay.
James Gunn? No. Gosh darn it.
You'll think of it tonight when you're laying in bed and you'll be like, ah! No, I remember.
And the will be like, shut up. And I'm like,
Where's Isaac Marazi, or how do you say that? No. Yeah, I would agree with Jen. I like the number 2. I think that's just a really cool cover.
I'm surprised by the prices, at least for Raw. Like, wait, not Raw. Okay,
no,
so the one on the right hand side is more expensive, probably because
the Raw,
right?
Yeah.
And on the left,
are you yelling
$50.
at us? Why are you yelling?
Tim Gunn. Thank you, Paul Holloway. I was super close. Tim Gunn.
Karen knew too.
Oh, Karen, thank you, Karen.
There. Oh yeah, she did. Sorry, I missed it. I didn't see it. Yeah, I think I like both. I think you can't really compare them because they're two different things. I feel like, I really like both. Like the one on the right is just like you said, like it's it's the magazines, and I kind of like that. It's like a joke, like how we joke, like. But I guess some people won't get it. Like me and Laura say, don't mess with my buttons. Yeah, like that. It's funny. I think it's funny, but it just, I know it's a little.
Well, especially if he's her AI.
Yeah, they have that relationship.
Oh my god, would that be perfect to have him do in the movies?
To show a little bit, like flashback or something.
That's been the talk. That's been the talk since last year? Because wasn't there a Lego? There was a Lego version of him in the blue. And so everyone's like, oh my gosh, because like Lego knows everything, right? So
they kind of do, yeah. Okay. Well, there you go. Guys, if you are just joining, obviously we are covering Riri Williams. If you haven't already, take a second and give the show a thumbs up and subscribe. Better yet, if you really want to do us a solid, share the show out. Find somebody in your life that you think might find this appealing, whether it be your girlfriend, your wife, your daughter, your friend, whatever. We welcome everybody. And we always have a pretty nice, solid list, although we don't usually go live on Wednesdays. Typically, it is Tuesdays at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, but somebody was tired from going to Baltimore.
I was so tired. I underestimated driving back 12, 13 hours and then having to work on Monday and then Tuesday, and then I'm sorry.
No, that's rough. I completely get it. You need a night off. All right. So back in August, we were looking at the Raw comic.
Wait, I didn't go through the.
Oh, shit. Go ahead. Sorry.
This one? Jeez.
Step aside, Laura Arroyo.
Yeah, Laura. The last record is sold September 23rd, I think, for the Raw for $50. Most common Raw 9.0, 9.4 for $50. Most common Slab 9.8, 150. The one on the right, October 6 or 8, can't really see, for a 9.0 for $21. What? That is crazy. For Raw, somebody got lucky. For Raw, the most common Raw for 9.0, 9.4 for 342. Most common Slab 9.8, 600. So basically like double. But whoever got lucky in that $21, jeez, got lucky. Score big time.
Yeah, I still don't understand like the snub of the nose when it's a 9.6 or a 9.2 or 9.0. I mean, the difference in price is astronomical.
Well, when you see some of the spine ticks, like there's so many comics I passed up at Baltimore because I was like, ooh, there's like 6 spine ticks. I'm just gonna go no.
That won't be a 9 though if you got like massive spine ticks all
True.
up. I
But
mean,
it's tough. It's tough because when you see it, you're like, okay. And then in your head, you're, okay, was this super rare where I should just take this low grade because I'll never see it again?
is it color breaking? Can you have Joe just work his magic and get all those out?
Well, if it's older, it's fine. Like I picked up a bunch of Silver Age books that I was super happy I didn't care.
Oh, Silver Age. That's a whole nother. We need to do a whole show on that. Okay, so back in August, we're looking at $60 for the Raw here, and the Raw comic on the other one was $283, with a 9.8 selling for $1,200. Oops. So if you look at that again, that's literally a 50% difference now versus a year ago, less than a year ago.
Yeah.
That's incredible, guys.
This fool, she mentioned it earlier. You late, fool.
Come on, Bird City, do better. Of course, Jen knows.
Right?
We're all
It
insulted.
was so cool to see him though, and to see him again. It was good.
Ant loves you. He's like, she's so funny. I'm like, I know. She's like the best person. And he had a good time. You guys went to breakfast though, and he calls me. He's like, oh, I'm just having this amazing breakfast. And I was having like oatmeal. I'm not thrilled about that.
Come.
I couldn't. I got kids and Halloween
They're
stuff.
self-sufficient. They're teenagers.
Just give them like a bowl on the ground and be like, food, water, peace.
They have access to Grubhub. They can do that.
They did that when we were in New York. I came home and we had like hundreds
Such
of
a
dollars.
good mom, Jen.
I know, Jen. You're a natural. Chick-fil-A. You're over there.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Thanks, Aunt. Damn, some of us work long hours and can't watch a full show. We love you, babe.
So he throws us a $10. Shut up. Here's $10. I go, cool. I'm just kidding, Aunt. Love you.
We love you, Aunt.
1, 2, 3. Damn.
Real quick, Rob, if I ever see any foreigns, gobble, gobble, gobble. Yes. So Rob said you can't have that attitude with foreigns. Yes, because of that show we did a long time ago. I know this. If I ever see a foreign, I don't care what it is, I'm going to take it. But do I see foreigns? No. I can't wait to like try to plan a cheap trip. Canada, Mexico.
Ooh, I'll go with you to Mexico. I'll meet up with you there. Anthony, you missed the beginning of the show. Since it's November now, we're no longer howling like we did for Werewolf by Night in October. Now we are. Oh.
Okay, I'm blocking him. Just
Yeah, fuck this guy. Let's Bird City in the chat. Let's get rid of him. He's a troublemaker. All right, next up, what do we have here?
So this is Champions number 22. It's the first print and second print, and this is from 2018. This is the first new armor that becomes like the Ironheart armor, as she will have
Some
eventually.
vendors we're charging extra for paying with a card. Really?
Yeah, it's because it. So they would do more deals if you had cash. Because listen to me, cash is king. That has not changed. They don't have to pay, because the thing is with credit card, they have to pay those fees. Amex. Okay. I'm sorry. I know I said it wrong. I'm sorry.
No, that was good.
Has higher fees, so people will say no to that. But credit cards, period, credit cards charge vendors a fee to use it. So we'll dang it. Now I have to give you guys the fee. Cash. And you can, hey, I have this in cash or I have this in card, and they'll choose cash every single time.
Yep, I think that's true of any business, not just comics. I've gotten house stuff done, and I'm like, how about a cash discount? And usually they'll do like even like a 6-7% discount, and that can add up to a lot if you have like A lot of work being done. Ye found foreigns in Baltimore. That's very cool. But you're like the king digger. Ye
What?
can find some. What?
Where?
Ye's amazing. Like he just like has like a. Oh, sorry. That makes you sound like a dog. You can just sniff him out. He'll be like, "Look what I found at the con." It's all boom.
I will say when we left,
You.
I only dug on a little bit, tiny bit Thursday, and then Friday, and then Saturday was mostly about saying goodbye to people. So I regret that I couldn't keep digging. Yee. No, don't do this. I'm sorry, Yee.
We love you, Ye.
Yeah.
He knows. He knows. Okay. Did you cover the one on the right? I don't remember.
Second print.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sarah, you're up.
Yeah. So like Jen said, this is the new suit. This is also the first appearance of Amadeus Cho as Braun. And this, you know what? I actually found out that there's like a guest star of Man-Thing in this thing. Crazy. So if you want to learn more about Man-Thing, you should check us out on the Rewind. We did a whole show about Man-Thing.
Well plugged. I like it. That's good.
We got Braun. We got Braun's mom in one of the movies.
We did. Yeah, that's right. They showed her.
Ultron.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
I had the one on the right and I sold it. I mean, the one on the left. Sorry.
You did? For how much?
Yeah. I was cheap. I don't remember, but I think it was cheap. I can't remember. Don't ask me. The last recorded sales, and this one was July 30th for $30. The raw, most common raw, it's 9.0, 9.4 for $26. Most common slab, $190. The one on the right, the last recorded sale was October 20th. Raw for $45. And the most common raw, 9.0, 9.4, 51. Mariah, it's getting crazy over there. Most common slab is 9.8 to 82.
Not too bad. All right. So back in August of 2021, the number 22 on the they're reversed. You guys will get the hang of it. 9.8 went for $60 and a raw went for $30. So now if we're comparing and contrasting, a 9.8 is going for $282. So again, this is one of those nice ones of the night where you definitely saw a climb there. On the other side, we got the 9.8 going for $190, and nowadays you can get it for $85. So that one did go down on the dip a little bit. The white cover was definitely the one to have for the long run. Moving on. What do we have here?
So this is Ironheart. Oh, Riri's first, technically solo, and the one on the right is the one for 25 by Jamal Campbell, but this is from 2018.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Buy it.
I really like the one on the right.
I like my Scotty Young. We don't have it in the slides, but that's where I bought my number one Scotty Young. That's my favorite cover.
We didn't have enough. There's so many. There's like 17 something plus slides.
Right.
This is definitely a battle one for me, but I think I go with the Jamal on this. Sarah disagrees.
Yeah, I'd still go Scotty Young.
Oh, well, okay.
Nope, Scotty. But I would buy these. I would buy these because I totally believe in Riri, and I believe in the long run. I believe she'll be the future. So,
dang, and I sold him. It's okay, and I sold him. Number ones.
Oof.
And I think I had like the one out of 10, the one 25. I don't know which one. I think it was one out of 25. I think I had, and I sold it for cheap too. I think. Can't remember.
It's a good concept. I like the concept of flowing over the water like that. It's very neat, but I don't know. I think the colors on the Jamal one's just what gets me more invested. I like the concept on the left better, the execution on the right better. Both are still really good to have, though. Anything to add, Sarah, on this one?
Well, I think like it would look better if they. I mean, not to be mean, but like the it should be like the helmet should be covered, like her flying over the water. I think that would look a lot better. It's just the way the way that the arms are placed and like her chest looks super wide. I think it could have done a little bit better on it. So, but I would still get it, like I said, if I find it for cheap.
Well, there you go. What are the prices looking like, Lucy?
For the last recorded sale, October 26th for $16, so on the left. For raw, most common raw 9.0, 9.4 for $27. Most common slab 9.8, $113. On the right, the last recorded sale April 21st. Raw for $91. Most common raw 9.0, 9.4 for $109. Most common slab 9.8 for $362. And it don't seem like there's, I mean, for that to be, I mean, the one on the right, October, right? But April, that's, wow. Is it because of the price, maybe?
Yeah.
Oh, there's not that many to buy.
People are holding.
Yeah, I think people are holding. And then you guys are jumping ahead.
I know. I was like, Karen, we're getting to it. We're getting to it. I promise. Okay, hold on. Let's keep moving. So there's the Hans that Karen was mentioning, which I think most of us are like in love with. I think that's such a well done cover. I'm a huge Hans fan, though. I think most of you guys know that, so I'm biased. Jen, tell us about these two.
So same series. It's Riri's Ironheart's first. There's so many covers. So this is what I like to call the battle of the 150s, because they're both ratio 150s. I remember when we did it a year ago, you guys were surprised that was Jen Bartel, the first one.
I can see it now, but like Bartel's just so bright all the time. But now that I look at it, I can recognize that as a Bartel. And again, it's evergreen.
And then the Stephanie Hans one's on the right. But they were both 1 in 50s.
I like both. They're both beautiful. Bartel, again, two very strong artists.
Female artists.
Yes, I love both of them. It's not, I can't pick one over the other. I like both.
See, no, I would go with the Hans. I love the Hans. I love the way that she portrayed it. And you're right, Laura. I do agree. I think if Bartel did a little bit brighter on the cover, I think I maybe would pick that too. But it's just a little bit too muted for me. It's not like vibrant like she normally has it.
I don't know. I love Jen Bartel. This is tricky. I think if I had to pick Hans, baby. I know the neck looks long, but there's such a softness to her, and the use of light is phenomenal. I mean, she's covering, you can see the rays coming in between her fingers. It's so well done. I would say the Bartel's a 10 and the Hans is a 10 and the Bartel's like a 9.99999. It's so close. But I guess it just comes down to like your personal preference on what you look for in art. Jen, pick one.
I can't. I would choose both. Like that's the thing, is that so these are both 1 in 50s. I feel like even with the slight downturn that is happening currently, they're still holding, like for 1 in 50s. If you pay $50, they're still holding their value. Like they're not like, yes, has they gone down a tiny bit? Because I think the next slide shows. Oh shoot! So the next one only shows one. So
the Bartel is $273 a year ago, and now the Bartel.
Wow, that's crazy.
I mean, it's not a huge dip for the 9.8.
458.
450. So yeah, this one held its ground. Lucy, you want to cover this one?
Yeah. Okay. So the last recorded sale October 11 for $525 for 9.8. Most common raw 9.0, 9.4, 261. Holy moly. Most common slab 225, 9.8. The last recorded sale, the one on the right, August 19 for $300, 9.8. Most common raw 9.0, 9.4, 268. Most common slab 9.8 for $300. It's hard to.
Rob got them both for $25 each.
Damn. Good for you.
Well done.
I like the sneakers on the Bartel. Oh, okay. I can't pick. But again, if everything was a little bit more heightened in that color, so it was more distinctively that Bartell style, I would be like hands down yes. So
Yeah.
again, yeah. All right. So what do we have on the right side here, Jen, that we didn't include on the previous?
Well, it'll be in the next slide.
All right, here, I'll go to this one first and we'll go back.
Sorry. A lot of them, because
It's
of,
good. We'll make it work.
I mean, we did it a year ago. We did stuff differently. So it was kind of hard to like
Align them, yeah.
So on the left, it's Ironheart number 2, normal plain cover, not a ratio or any kind of thing at all. But watching the trailer and sneak peeks of scenes, this just reminded me of that. I'm like, okay, well, since it's a normal cover, you might still be able to find it for a price if you're lucky. On the right-hand side, it's Outlawed number 1, so 1 in 50 by Anna Rudd. And yeah, Britt reminded me that we've brought this book up at least 3-4 times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was on our Bubblegum show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like 3-4 times we brought this book over the course of 2 years.
It's so well done. It's that's a cool one. But all right, Sarah, what do you think?
So, I get a question for you guys. It's kind of now we have Kamala Khan, we have, I hear sprinklings of Falcon played by, Joaquin.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think that we will see, because I was reading possibly Cradle, which is the Child Hero Recon and Disruption Law Enforcement Bureau, or what's going on with Outlaw, which is the kind of the same kind of thing with public safety with young superheroes, because
it would be the retelling of Civil War, right?
Kind of, yeah.
With like the high school right? The heroes, the young heroes, I think the something warriors went to the thing, and then Calamity happened, and then Civil War happened of registration. We had a baby version in the MCU. So I like your Cradle thing. I think people were thinking that's what was going to happen with Kamala Khan in the Miss Marvel TV series.
Yes.
Somebody talked about that on their show. I'm trying to.
Because it's interesting, because I just got done reading, I think it was volume 4, She-Hulk, and they had the same thing too, where they were registering superheroes. I thought, well, that was when I read about this storyline. I'm like, oh, that's really interesting, and well, things are kind of coming together.
Kamala getting hurt, so I mean, possibly there's. I still feel like Civil War happened too soon in the MCU, and it wasn't what was in the comics. The comics was amazing, and there's certain scenes I really wanted to see play out, and then we got the airport scene. I was like, okay, well, I guess they beat DC, but I mean, we'll probably end up getting 2 or 3 versions of that. But
probably, yeah.
And then we had Secret Wars. Cradle has a possibility, though.
I think so too. I think there's so much room. There's so much potential here. I think the sky's the limit. Really quickly, I want to shout out Mr. Longshort, Ben. He's one of the hosts on our Long Story Short show that goes live on Thursdays, and he's really into bubblegum variants, and he got me into that whole niche collecting. So shout out to Ben. I'm sure he owns this.
Aren't you doing chess covers?
I am. I'm collecting chessboards. I think I have 7 right now, which I know doesn't sound like a lot, but I'm like, I haven't.
Dude, there's so many in Daredevil and in Avengers.
Well, yeah, anything I have a couple Kingpins already, so
okay.
But I need to go back out and start looking again for some good chessboard covers. Lucy, stats, and we're almost done for the night, guys. So stick around for the giveaway. We have 50 of you watching right now, so if you stay put for a few minutes, you'll be in the running for that. Lucy,
you want me to start collecting comments?
Yeah, let's do that now. What do you want the keyword to be?
I can just do like whoever's been active on the chat. They will be entering to stay active.
The Greg Horn Department of Truth number 13. It's the American Beauty homage that we did, and I thought it fit kind of like with like Halloween, even though it's no longer Halloween, but whatever.
Well, it's still the last Day of the Dead.
Poison Ivy number 6. This is a Jenny Frison cover that I had on my Instagram the other day, and the story is so well done. highly recommend you guys read this arc. So that'll go home with somebody.
Okay, stats. The last recorded sale October 29 for raw $19. The most common raw 9.8, 9.4 for 14. Most common slab 9.8, $100. October 16, 9.8 for 435 for the one on the right. Most common raw 9.0, 9.4 for 650. Most common slab 9.8 for 435.
And H&H is right. It came out March 2020.
It feels like yesterday.
What?
Uh-oh.
What happened?
Are you mute? Laura, were you talking?
Shit. Yes. Sorry. My bad. Yes, I said October went by so fast. This whole year has. And then I said, what do we have here, Jen? And then it was like crickets. And I'm like, why aren't they talking to me? I don't have anymore.
Yay. So this is Marvel Action Chillers, #1 from November of 2020. This is #1 is on the left. This is the 1 for 10. And then #4 on the right. It's the Sweeney Boo 1 for 10. #1 was, did I write it down? Nope. Ratios for IDW kids that has to do with Riri. I think #2 or 3 has we just had her on. She was in that World by Night.
Oh. Elsa.
Yeah.
So.
That one got brought back up, and I'm like, oh my god, we talked about this comic a year ago. Yeah.
All right, cool. And I like that you include this too, because it's giving people a variety. If you want to get your kids reading, and this is appropriate.
Now I want to read it. It looks interesting. Sorry, sir.
No, you're fine.
Cool. I want to read it.
I kind of read it and then I put it back.
I mean, it's for a different demographic, right?
Right.
Yes.
You know, you mentioned it was a kid's book, and now I'm like, okay, and now that makes, a sense. But it is actually found, the trade paperback was actually found in my library. So again, check your libraries if you want to read these books. And it's really cool. I do like the fact that she is partnering up with Doctor Strange, and they're going after the Darkhold. So yeah, for sure. Get it for your kids.
And since they're doing the cartoon, right? Like they can add these to the cartoons, since this is for kids, the Marvel Actions, and you can tell those were for kids, just by the art on the cover. I mean, that's just me. I will figure it was a kids. Okay,
Yeah,
so
Sarah, obviously this was for kids.
the doy. Just kidding, sir. The last recorded sale March 19 for a raw $13, which that's crazy. 13. Most common raw 9.0, 9.4 for 17. For that's the one on the left, the one on the right, the March 31st last recorded sale for $28. Raw, most common raw 9.8, 9.0, 9.4 for 16, which I think somebody said it was a ratio, maybe.
Yeah, they're both 1 for 10.
H&H?
Yeah.
Okay. So that explains the price. Okay.
And
yeah, they're holding ratio.
I like that once you quit listening to us while cooking.
Well, now I want to know what you're cooking, though. What are you making?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So back in 2020 or 2021, the Raw comic was holding at about ratio for 950, but there's an asterisk, meaning that was the best data that we could have with the last 6 months. The other one was going for about 1425. Same deal. You got the asterisk there. A slight dip or a slight increase, I'm sorry, versus, which isn't bad. I mean, that's saying something. It's pretty cool. All right. I think we only got, I think this might be our last. Hold on, let me look.
This
no, we have two slides.
It's this and then the last slide that we had for the one a year ago. So this is Champions #4. This is the Enrada Souza Black History Month variant that came out in 2021. And then on the right-hand side is I think Ivanhoe that comes out December 14th of this year, unless, again, with all these things happening, sometimes covers will get delayed. But ideally, this is a variant that shouldn't be a ratio. It should just be normal variant for Invincible Iron Man. For one.
What do you think, Sarah?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. That helmet just looks way too big on her head. Like, why does that look so big?
The towel's on point, though.
It is. I think I'd probably go with like towel all day on this one.
Look at the water. Doesn't that like make you feel like you're moving? It kind of gives me
It does.
What's that called when you feel dizzy?
Vertigo?
Yes, it gives me vertigo if you stare at it too long. It looks like she's
It looks like it's moving. Yeah.
I know. It gives you vertigo if you stare at like go like this. Oh God, don't do that.
Dang it, I was about to do it.
Don't do that. I mean, like, look in and pull. Anything else?
Nope, I'm good.
Let's just move on.
Well, Rob, so the one on the right hasn't even, FOC hasn't passed for that one yet. And then we couldn't, again, at 17 new slides that Britt had to do, we couldn't include
Everything. It's too hard, right? It's tricky to get that many. But what do we have on this slide?
So this was the last slide of that slide. This was the last slide of the show a year ago. What? Yeah. So this is at that time it was August. So this wasn't even on FOC yet, but it was like a heads up for the trade paperback for your kids. So if your kids thought it was interesting or like Doctor Strange or want something to read that was age appropriate, I was like, buy this because it should be cover or under depending on people's things. It's kind of sitting around that price, but like Sarah said, it's probably available at your local library. So if your kids are interested and they see Black Panther in 2 weeks, like, oh, who's this Riri person?
Take them to the library.
Local library. And dude, that's free. You just gotta return the books. And then on the right-hand side is
You gotta what, Jen?
What?
You have to what? When you go to the library, you just gotta what?
Sign up and get a card. It's free.
No, and then you gotta
do not steal it.
You gotta
You have to
return
return the book.
the books.
Don't steal
But
it.
if you keep the book, you just pay for the book to the library.
You got it. You thought I was messing with her. Took her a second. You gotta return
You know,
the book.
the show The Middle, you guys watched it, right? The Middle, show. When I just watched it, I just started rewatching it again. That Frankie, the mom, Brick doesn't return one of the books, and the mom is trying to get him a book, and it's like they have to pay for it, like it's like 100 and something. She's like, but he doesn't have friends. The books are his friends.
He doesn't have friends.
I mean, usually the library, if you don't return a book, if you say you lost it, they'll charge you what the book cost them. You're saying no?
No, they charge you late fees.
Yeah, they'll charge you late fees.
If you say you lost it.
I learned that because of The Middle.
Oh. But if you say you lost, I can't find this book.
Still
They'll
have
charge you the cost of the book.
You
I
still
think
have
that's why there's late fees. If you lose this shit, you're gonna pay us late fees. I think that's
Yeah, but you're
kinda
not gonna
why-
if you notice it's gone right away, and you're like, oh man, I need to return it. It's due Tuesday, but it's Monday. I can't find it anywhere. Here's the $30 for the book.
So Jen checks out a book. She walks outside. She goes, I lost it. She goes back in. She's like, I lost it. It hasn't been a full day. There's no late fees.
You pay for the book, but sometimes it's worth more than what you pay.
Wait,
Anyway,
why wouldn't you go and pay for if you're going to pay cover price for a book? Why don't you just go buy the book?
well, because sometimes
Some of them
things are
aren't
first
available.
prints and they're older and it's hard to
But
find.
okay, then
They're out of print.
but then just go to Amazon and buy it. I just bought Coraline. It's
But there's some. Look at those gargoyle comic trade paperbacks. Those gargoyles are like $100, but then you can give your comic books. You can give your library $20, and then you're good. Anyway,
I trust Sarah because she
Anyway.
worked at a
Anyway.
I
library.
worked at a library.
So.
but don't they charge you like if you can't find it? They charge you for the book.
Yeah, they charge you for the book and then the late fees.
And that, but let's say you lost it. It's due Tuesday, but you lost it Monday. You call them, hey, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I can't find the book anywhere. It's gonna be late. How much do I owe you?
Well, yeah, they would like you. They'd be like, you have the book.
And no late fees.
No
is what
late
you're saying.
fees.
There you go.
But
So
if
just
you do have late fees, I'm telling you, they'll either put a lien on your house.
But it's like 10 cents, 20 cents.
But you didn't pay for their book. It's a federal offense.
But if you pay for the book, so okay, I'm telling you, those gargoyle trade paperbacks are like $100. Right?
Everyone's gonna look for those gargoyle trade paperbacks.
I've been looking for years. I never found them. If you have those gargoyle trades, they're worth hundreds of dollars. So I'll pay you $20 for a trade. What?
I thought that some libraries started doing it where you had to charge. You got charged the actual value of the book, the current market value.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, current market value of the book.
Mm-hmm. I think libraries are slowly.
Oh, dang it! Too many people did it.
They were like, Jen does it. We better change our policies.
Don't they call it like the Courtney policy?
Right?
No, you have to use it sparingly. I've never done it, but I've been like, But Karen, it's good to know. It's good to know. I haven't done it yet. I'm just saying. Anyway.
Yeah.
So on the
slide, so on this slide right here.
On the right-hand side, the Marvel Rising Heart of Iron is available on Disney Plus. And so again, if your kids are curious about Riri and want to watch something kid-friendly and it's okay, the Marvel Rising is a great cartoon for them to watch that's not like provocative or like you have to be worried about it. What?
Was Jen this way before meeting Laura? Oh, wait, you think I corrupted her? Me?
Oh, I think so.
I've never corrupted her.
I think so too. I
believe you.
Yeah,
I believe.
See, I'm rubbing off.
Oh boy, is that what's gonna happen to me? I'm gonna be like, I'm all innocent, and I'm gonna be like, you know what?
Oh, shut up! Yeah, right. You're innocent.
I'm so innocent. Yeah. Guys, again, shout out to Cover Price. We're going to do our giveaway here in a second, but before we do, use code Nerdvana14 for 30 days of unlimited membership for only 99 cents. Cover Price is such a good resource. You definitely want it. Buyer, seller, collector, whatever. That's just what you want to have in your arsenal so that you know what you're doing with your books. Bird City Comics, we are launching our 8 Billion Genies #7. We did a Mario Brothers 2 homage with the glorious Trish Forstner. We did keep it to a 500 print run. So if that's something that you are interested in buying, I highly recommend that you sub the text line so you get notified the second it goes live, which is this Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so let's do.
Oh my God, H&H cracked me up. That's so
H&H, I'm a little worried because
I
have to change my ccard to the one in Skokie. They're gonna be like, "We heard you." I'll be like, "What?"
That's hilarious.
No one watches our show. We talking about.
Oh yes. Sorry. Can you share it?
Share what?
No. Aaron, can you share? I think the results it will show. We don't get to see it on here. If you have it on your phone, you're able to see it if you're watching. Yeah.
72% agreed with me.
No.
Agree with Sarah.
Sarah's all, no, Laura, that's not right. Let's do the giveaway, Lucy.
Okay, guys, come on. We have 43 people watching and we have only 24 entries. You just have to comment. Say something. Or a little emoji or something.
Yeah.
Give us hearts. Give us some hearts.
Yeah, do that. And use code Nerdvana. I forgot that for 15% off at Bird City. So that's definitely something you guys should do. Go head over there and pick up something. We have so many good books over there right now. There's a comment from Comic Book Countdown. I like that. He put a comment. Clever.
Thank you.
There you go. Say something.
Exactly.
Yeah. See something, say something. No, wrong thing, right? No, wrong show.
Lucy, while we're gathering comments, do you have anything that you want to advertise or let people know about?
You say it like if I have something, but
aren't you doing a ghost show?
Not right now. I don't. It was for October. I sucked at it because it just I didn't realize how when I started the show, it was during the pandemic. There was not much to do, and now, bringing it back, I didn't realize how much to do on a Saturday with a family. And my other two people that I do it with, also, they have family, they have kids, and there were so many activities. It was hard to do it. So I don't know if I'm gonna do one more or not. We'll see. At least the final. But we'll see. I don't know. I'll post, I guess.
So
Let
just
you guys
follow
know.
you then
Just
on
follow
Instagram.
me and see that I've been really bad at it. I hate that I'm not consistent, but yeah, follow me. And Friday, we'll be here Friday.
Yeah, Friday's gonna be a really good show, so make sure you tune in for that. Sarah, anything you want to let people know about?
Go to the library. Okay, look at that. In my library, some libraries don't charge fines anymore. So
What?
yeah, my library doesn't charge. Madison does, but not where I live. So
Nice.
yeah. Otherwise, I might be on Friday. I don't know. Otherwise, come here next Tuesday for some good comic stuff.
Perfect.
I can't
Jen.
wait. Thursday, the 10th. Come on.
Oh, like for what?
To see the movie, to see
the
the
movie.
characters.
Black Panther, yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna go. I have a feeling I'm not gonna go on the 10th, but you're not allowed to spoil anything, Jen. You can't start texting.
What do I do? I never spoil. Do I spoil?
No, you're actually pretty good about it.
Yeah, I don't. Listen, not everyone. For a while, I followed all of the leaker spoiler tidbits, whatever, and then I was like, I don't really need that. There's something that they say that I don't think might possibly happen, but just go enjoy the movie.
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna count to 3, and
Okay,
I'm gonna run it.
Okay.
1, 2,
Nobody tried to follow me. Aw.
3.
And whoever wins, make sure that you direct message at Bird City Comics. Otherwise, I don't know who to ship to. Even if you're like, oh, I've already given my information, which I don't think I have John's information. So congrats to John. Please make sure that you message Bird City Comics on Instagram. We will need your shipping address, and then we'll take care of it from there. Thank you guys all so much for tuning in tonight. We appreciate it so much. What?
Rick? Wait, where's other Rob? I haven't seen him. He commented the first one, and I didn't see him anymore. The other Rob, the Mexican Rob.
Wait, huh?
I don't know.
Let me see. He was our very first comment. Hold on.
It's like Lucy's cousin, right?
Oh wait,
No,
I like
that's
that a
my
facial
cousin.
person.
Just because
won.
he's Mexican. Jerk. Wow.
No, I actually thought it was your cousin, like for real.
No, I know my cousin does watch the show, but
Yeah.
Roger,
Did we
his
find
name
that
is
one?
Roger.
Oh,
But
Roger. Seems close.
but his thing that it's not. It's like some Asian thing that that he has. But
Huh?
damn.
Well,
Roberto, there you go.
yeah.
This is Robert. This is Roberto. The Robert, but it has Rob too. Major, just rewind.
Go back and you'll hear lots of babbling.
Yeah.
And thank you again to the super chats tonight. We appreciate that. Tomorrow night, I will be hosting or co-hosting over on Lords of the Long Box for their Shaker show. Make sure you stop by and say hi to me. Yeah, I always like it when you guys hop in and I can recognize names. Other than that, we will be back on Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have a great night, guys. We'll see you later.